Hi guys, back here on location of a nuisance raccoon job, and last year I think we caught 13 or 14, I don't know, I lose track. But anyways, they are really tearing this side up. So I don't know how many I caught out of here. I have lost track, but they're in this old mechanics semi-repair shop. I believe this is an old oil field facility at one time. It's a really neat place. The biggest problem here is this gravel. It is so rough. Beats the heck out of me driving across it. But we've had traps in this building now for I think 5 days. So we're up here doing our check. So I don't know how many we caught, but as you come in, you'll see there's feces everywhere. Look what they've done to the ceiling in this place. And I thought I basically had caught them all, but I guess they're back. He's bent my door up really bad, so let's go check the other one here. Raccoon tracks all over the place. Just torn the heck out of this place. And I should have brought more traps. These guys taken care of. When you dispatch a critter, never shoot him in the head. It just comes squirting out all over the place. Always do a heart-lung shot. Look at this mess I got to clean up now. So we're even going to move the trap over here. But look at this mess they're making. They're tearing that roll or whatever that is up. So one heck of a mess. Here's going to be our remake on this one. Wish I had a good way of cleaning all that junk out of there, but it is what it is. I guess we'll have to eat those coons for dinner because there's nothing on the grocery store. There's nothing on the shelves. There's no meat. There's no bread. There's not even any toilet paper. Lesson learned about buffing. This used to have an electric company's emblem all over the side, and I sanded it off with 400 grit sandpaper, and I'm trying to buff it back with rubbing compound. And I tried not to go over with 1,000 grit sandpaper. I just wanted to use 400, and I was hoping I could buff it back out, and it's not working. You've got to go back over it with 1,000 grit sandpaper, or you cannot get those sanding grooves out of it. I just didn't want to take any more paint off than I had to. It was hand painted and it came off pretty good, but you just can't get those, you cannot buff those sanding marks out without going over it with 1,000 grit sandpaper first. I just didn't want to sand any more than I already did. Hoped I could buff it out. And the machine glaze didn't really help either. But you can still see the sanding marks. So you have to go over it with 1,000 grit after you do a 400 grit sand. Lesson learned, and I really don't want to put any more elbow grease into it. But you can still see my 400 grit sandpaper lines. But that's pretty good.